How's your morning? How's it going?
Good, good. How about you?
Good. It's been a fun morning, just, soaking the sun. It's kind of how warm is it over there?
Um, it is, I actually don't know. It's hard for me to like tell weather. You know what I mean? Like when I step outside, I can't be like, oh, it's 70. It's actually 62 right now in
That's not
LA,
bad.
which is kind of weird.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
I
Where are you
love
again?
I'm from Winnipeg, so Canada. It's
Oh,
honestly
all my family's from Winnipeg.
Wait,
Like,
really?
yeah.
What? That's wild.
Yeah, they don't live there anymore, but all my mom's side, all the grandparents, uncles, aunts.
Such a small world of all people. It's just like, hey, if I have family from Winnipeg, what?
Yeah, no, it's really random. I know it's cold there. That's why they moved. It's
Yeah,
very cold.
yeah. No, actually, this winter was actually relatively really good. It was on par with LA's weather. Well,
Really?
not rain wise, but either way, it was like really nice. We only had like plus, well, only single digits for winter mainly most of the
Oh,
winter,
wow.
which was
Okay,
wild,
okay.
which is strange, but yeah. So you're from LA.
I
I guess
am.
you're based in LA, of course. But
Yes.
what is like your favorite coffee shop or food spot that you like to go to? I've been asking all the LA artists lately, what's their favorite place
Yes.
to go to? Favorite coffee or food spot in LA?
Oh my gosh, starting off with the hard questions.
That's not
Um,
hard.
I live a little bit outside of LA, and I'm not really a coffee person, like, at all, honestly. I've never liked it.
What?
Yeah, I'm guessing you're a coffee fanatic
No,
yourself.
no, I'm not. I'm not a coffee fanatic. I just am simple. I'm just black coffee or whatever. But at least I would think for someone like yourself would be a coffee drinker, right?
Yeah, so it's really funny because I actually have ADHD and it's, like, pretty severe, and, like, it turns out that, like, for some people with ADHD, caffeine actually has the opposite effect.
Oh.
Yeah, so when I had coffee for the first time, I drank, like, a big, whatever from Starbucks
Mhm.
and fell asleep right after while I was studying, so
That does it for me for Pepsi actually, which is kind of funny.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
so I've gotten used to Pepsi so often that it's just literally if I'm like very sleepy, then it's just like it takes me out.
wow. Yeah, no, so I don't really drink coffee that much, but, I do drink it's called, like, I think it's called, like, the Cold Buster tea from Starbucks, so, like, I'm just, like, a basic person.
Okay.
It's, mint tea and peach tea, and it's, like, in, like, steamed lemonade. I like stuff with,
Ooh.
like, flavor. It's pretty good. Yeah, so I guess that's what I eat. Pretty boring answer, but
Next time I go to Starbucks is probably in like 20 years down the road. I'll get that mint mint drink. Let's go. But you don't have like a specific place that you need to get food at though.
Food. Okay, let me think.
Food.
Um, this isn't really, like, a go-to sort of oh, okay, there's a few. Okay,
Hmm.
so I really like fondue. I don't know if you ever had fondue
Chocolate
before?
fondue, I absolutely. It's an amazing piece of food.
Yeah,
I
so
could
they
say.
only have one fondue place, like, in all of California, and it's called Melting Pot, and I like it. I go a lot. It's really
Okay.
good. It's kinda pricey, but, like, it's like a splurge for me. I just love cheese. I'm also vegetarian, but there's, like, just enough for me to, eat that, and I
Okay.
also love, there's this place in I don't know if you're familiar with, like, the Valley in Los Angeles or,
A,
like, right outside of Los
a
Angeles?
little bit. I know like Burbank, that kind of area, like a little bit north, but
Yeah,
not
yeah.
much.
It's it's more the other way
Oh,
from
it's
Burbank. I'm bad
oh,
with directions, but the other way, and it's called Nori Grill. It's, like, this really good Japanese food. They have good ramen.
oh,
I don't know, I like ramen. Yeah,
ramen's amazing. Ramen's an
it is
amazing.
pretty good.
Ooh, I love it. I love it. Cool, cool. But music though. Music.
Yes.
What got you into music though? That's a real thing.
So, my parents actually, like, put me into lessons for piano when I was in, I wanna say, like, 1st grade or kindergarten, but the thing is, like, going back to the ADHD thing, I never practiced, so I ended up taking piano lessons from, around kindergarten, 1st grade to when
Mm.
I turned 22 in college, so I took lessons all then, but I, like, never practiced, so I have the skills of someone who took lessons for, like, many, many years, but never practiced, so I just practiced when my teacher was there. I don't know if you relate or, like, if you do music. I know a lot of people do, and they just don't talk about it,
I, I
but
I'm I'm the same way as you. Like when like I kind of do like a hip hop project here and there the odd time, but like I'm starting to tell people about it. It's taking years to actually tell people about music. It's weird actually talking to people about like, hey, you do music? Oh yeah, yeah, kind
yeah.
of. Right?
So I did it for, like, a while. I took piano lessons, and then when I was in 10th grade, I
Mhm,
was in a band for the first time at school, but I went to, like, a smaller school, so
mhm.
we didn't have, like, orchestra with, like, 2nd chair and 3rd chair, like, I don't even know, like, what that means.
Yeah.
We had, a really small band because we were only, like, 400 kids, my whole high school. So,
That
they
little?
took yeah, it was really, really tiny, and so, I they had a band called house band, and they had a band called jazz band, and they had advanced jazz band. So house band, basically, we had assemblies every week. It was just, like, what my school did to, like, make announcements and stuff every Friday. So the house band actually got to perform every single Friday. So I went from, like, only doing musical theater. I'd done that for years, like, leading up until 10th grade, and then I stopped doing that in 10th grade when I was, like, 16, and
Mhm.
I started being in the house band, and every single week, we had to learn a new song and then perform it. I felt like I was kinda, like, low key on, like, American Idol or something just because it was, like, so intense, and it was, like yeah, it was such a cool experience because, like, most people don't get to do that when they're, like, that young unless they're on a TV show or something, which I wasn't, and I'd never performed before. I didn't even know what a bass guitar was when I started, like, in the band because I was just really classical piano, like, I never did anything else, like and then I just got exposed to this whole new world of performing, and I was fronting the band, so I was the singer for the house band, and then I literally, like, had barely even heard Beatles songs before because, like, they were my biggest inspiration. I hadn't written music at this point, and my mom had always tried to expose me to, like, 70s, 80s, 60s, but, like, my band teacher loved that kind of music, so every week we were performing, like, rock songs, and, like, I performed a Beatles song before they became, like, my inspiration for writing, like, I was just like, "Okay, I'll just sing Hey Jude," like, whatever that is, you know, and it's like, I look back now and it's like, I wish I could just, like, relive that because I would have so much fun with it now. Because like, before I was
Mm.
like, "Okay," like, an older song, but then I was like, kind of a long story, but then in 11th grade, kind of all the details are fine, you know, in
Yeah.
11th grade I was in the regular jazz band, but I'm like, "Man, I miss just performing modern music." And I love jazz, but, when I was a junior, there were a bunch of freshmen coming in who were
Mm.
just songwriters. Like, I didn't even know songwriters were my age. This is like the era in 17 before everybody wanted to be a musician, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I know what you mean.
So yeah, and, like, it wasn't, like, a thing yet for, like, people my age to write music, or at least I didn't really it wasn't as big, you know? And so I saw these people younger than me writing music, and I was like, "What? Like, it's not just for adults," you know? And so I started, trying to write, and I was like, "Oh, I kinda love this." And so I kinda just took, like, the band members that, had just come into the school, like the freshmen, and also some of the people from my band the year before, and just started doing it kind of on my own, and it was really cool. So I started writing music then, and then my piano teacher, I went to her one day because I only play classical music, and I was like, "I can do other things besides classical music." She's like, "Yeah, I can teach you chords." And then, yeah, that's when I kinda started writing really more, so yeah.
Wow, that's a cool upbringing, like, compared to, like, a lot of bands, they're like, "Yo, we started out in a garage, we started out in our parents' house." No, you started in concert band, let's
No,
go!
literally, it was so sick, and it's like what really sucked is, like, when I got into college, so I graduated high school in 2018, and
Mhm.
when I got into college, they didn't have any of that, like,
Yeah.
I took it for granted because in high school, they had a music room and, like, this and that and, like, a soundboard. They didn't even have a music room at my college, which is super weird because they literally had a music production major, but, like, it was just music production, and so, like, I started off as a music production major. I'm like, "Where are the people who play music? Like, we don't do that, we produce." And I was like, "What is this?" So, I actually, like, for a few years, didn't even get to perform at all. And then
Yeah.
COVID happened
Yep.
mid sophomore year, so I only got 1 normal year of college, which is crazy. It kinda
Oh.
sucks. But, I ended up starting to, like, live stream on TikTok, which is what I do, full time now, and that was kind of my, like, performance opportunity. And it's really sad, but, like, I still haven't performed as much as I used to my sophomore year because it's really hard to, like, get a band together, get, like I'm sure you, like, understand the struggle, but, like, to get a band together, to get everyone to come to rehearsals to practice, whereas, like, when I was actually at school, like, yeah, we didn't get to pick all the songs we wanted to sing, but they were all good, like, everyone had to be there because it was school, you know what I mean? So it's
Mhm.
like it's yeah, I haven't really I miss it so much, but I just, like and you had an audience, like, imagine, like, you're starting in a band for the first time, and every week you just have 400 people that are forced to watch you and applaud, like, it's great, you know what I mean?
You're forcing them to like you, dang it.
No, literally, but, like, it's so cool because it's like, I think back now and it's like, I can't believe I was performing in front of, like, 400 people every week, and, like, at the time, I didn't have any performance skills. It's like, I would've had so much fun. I would've, like n if it was now, I would've, like, gone to the audience and, like, sang with people and, like, sang back to back with the guitarist, but, like, back then, I was just, like, swaying side to side being like, "Oh," because I didn't know, like, I was so new to it,
I
so it
love it.
kinda sucks, but it's cool that I got to do that
You got
looking back.
you got a great upbringing. I love it. You're probably my favorite artist now for upbringings
Oh,
wise now. It's just like, yeah, concert
thank
well,
you. Yeah.
did you play any instruments other than
Yeah. So
piano?
I started with piano,
Yeah.
like, classical, but then when I got into, like, sophomore year,
Mhm.
I saw some people, like, playing guitar and, like, bass, and I was like, "Oh, that looks cool." And, like, I tried guitar, but it, like, really hurt my hands, like, a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know, do you play any instruments too
I did
yourself?
do a guitar class in high school, and the only thing I could still remember is G and E minor. I can't do anything else because it's the most simplest chords. I've tried F, I can't do it. There's B, like it's just so hard to actually do it. Like you
It
just
isn't,
have to,
and I have huge hands, but, like, I have a big span because, like,
yeah,
of piano, but I just not in the way that guitar works.
right,
But then my sophomore year, I started playing ukulele because that's, like 2016 was when ukuleles, like it was, like, the
right.
boom, you know what I mean? Everyone started playing, and I actually like, it's crazy, like, full circle, but I just got back from Nashville, like, yesterday, and I had, like, for my first ukulele sponsorship with Lanakai ukuleles, which is insane. So, like,
Ooh,
full circle moment, yeah.
dang.
So, yeah, that was really awesome. I found a lot of content with them and stuff, but so I started playing ukulele, and then once I like, my sophomore year is over, went to junior year, I, like, tried guitar again, and it was actually a lot easier for me because I think the ukulele kind of, like it's a smaller neck,
Yeah.
and, like, a smaller fretboard, so, like, I guess it kinda, like, warmed up my hands, and then junior year, I also tried bass just because I was so exposed to all this stuff, and it was really cool because this music room had so many instruments we could use and, like, just resources and stuff, so that was really awesome.
I was a trombone person, so I played
Okay.
trombone. I did, yeah, guitar a little. I could still probably do this bass. Bass is probably a lot easy to get to know and
Oh, yeah,
do.
I bass is much easier than guitar, like, I'm pretty good at ukulele, but, like,
Mhm.
bass and guitar, I'm still, like, kinda on my live streams, like, I can still play a song, like, I know most of the chords, but I like bass because you only have to play root, so it's, like,
Yeah.
one note instead of, like, a whole, like, chord normally, which is
Okay.
really nice, yeah,
Well,
so
also the strings are a lot more fatter too, so that kind of
yeah,
helps
yeah,
too.
exactly.
Yeah, cool. Speaking of TikTok, you do
Yeah.
it like every single day. How'd you like wanted to start doing that? I guess was it due to COVID? I guess or
Yeah.
yeah.
So I never live streamed before, but I always
Mhm.
wanted to, like, it's not something I even really watched much, but I just thought that sounds like a really cool concept, and everyone, like, knows what live streaming is, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, in a sense, and, my son I wanna say, like, end of right at the end of 2020, 'cause,
Mhm.
like, during 2020, everyone was just, like that's when everyone started doing music, and I had, like, not that much success on TikTok, like, I was stuck at 200 followers for a really long time, and then I couldn't go live because you have to have at least 1,000 followers, and so I ended up creating a new account that, like, just did better because I think something was wrong with my first account, honestly, like, I just could never get a video to go viral, and, like, this new account, like, just kind of did better, and, like, one of my songs really well, and then I hit, like, 10,000 followers, like, overnight. It was insane, and so I started live streaming, like, right at the end of 2020, and this is before, like, TikTok Live was a big thing,
Yeah.
and, yeah, I just really didn't stop until like, I'm still doing it today, I think because of COVID, that, like, really helped too, because I wasn't in school, and so I had more time to do that. I just, like, set up a keyboard right next to me in my room and just I slowly started to, like, upgrade my live setup and now use, like, a whole sound system and stuff, so
Nice.
yeah.
Nice. Have you considered like TikTok getting banned and everything? Because that's going like crazy on TikTok and everything.
Yeah, I
How's that
think that
going?
I don't think it's actually gonna get banned.
Yeah.
I don't think that I think they're just gonna probably, like, sell it or something,
Yeah.
but if it were to ever get banned, I honestly would just move to another country and live stream because it's, like I don't know, it's how I am getting my music out there, and, like, if I can't go live, like, there's nothing really for me here
Yeah.
because I feel like it's the one thing that sets me apart from other artists, and a lot of other artists don't have the, like, stamina or, like, they
Yeah.
don't know how to do it or they don't want to, and it's like, if it's still available in another country, I would just go like, I'm not gonna get a VPN, but, like, I might as well, like, just try, like, a new
Country.
setting, yeah, so that's my plan, I guess,
Hey,
yeah.
Canada will accept you, but we don't have the creator funds,
Yeah,
so you're screwed there. But
exactly, yeah. Yeah,
so
exactly.
any like yeah, do you consider yourself like a TikTok creator, or do you still think you're still a musician? Because it's I guess hand in hand, right?
It's really interesting because a lot of TikTok creators that are, like, doing better than I am are just, like, full-time TikTok creators, but I feel like there's very few that are, like, musicians
Yeah.
and TikTok creators, you know what I mean?
Mm,
So I consider myself both. When I introduce myself to someone, I'm definitely like, I do music full-time
okay.
and also TikTok, like,
Oh,
it's always
okay. It's
second,
hand in
I
hand. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Cool. What are your music influences then? How did
Um,
you I know
yeah.
you said Beatles, but like other than the Beatles, though, because
Yeah,
you
so when I started, it was definitely, like, Beatles and, like, Queen, like, I really like a lot of my older music. I don't really think anything that I put out maybe my very, very first song, "Can't Keep Helping Myself," like, very bottom of my discography in, like,
Mhm.
2010, 2015. But then after that, it was kind of like a journey. So I started off with like, Beatles, Queen, that kinda stuff, and then I kinda started listening more to, like, pop, like Dua Lipa and, like I'm trying to think who else, like BB Rexa. I really liked just, like, straight up pop. And
Okay.
then my senior year of high school, I was, like, super influenced by, like, all those indie bands, and I know that a lot of people had known of them before, but I feel like it was kind of like the boom, and, like, I know Arctic Monkeys had been huge for, like, years, but I feel like it became mainstream in 2018, and, like, same with Tyler, the Creator. I feel like he kind of became mainstream in 2018, and Billie
Yeah.
Eilish also at the time was making more indie pop, and she
Mhm.
also became, like, mainstream in 2018, so I kinda just, like, heard and I'm like it was cool because I kinda heard all of that for the first time, and I was like, "Whoa." Like, I loved Boy Pablo too, Rex Orange County, if you've, like, heard of them.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're speaking everyone that I'm like, yeah, that's
yeah.
basically 2018 was a big, like, music year in
It
general.
really was, and I wish that I was, like, where I am now in 2018 because I know my music would have, like, blown up, but, like, I just that was, like I really just was influenced by a lot of that, so from 2018 to, like, 20-ish, that's the kinda
Mhm.
music I was making. Then in 2020, I really released, like, a lot of covers and still kind of, like, bedroom pop I moved into, so then I started getting more influence at, like, Boy Pablo and stuff and more Rex Orange County then, and just all those, like it was like a thing, in 2020, like, a lot of people were just in their bedrooms making bedroom pop, so that's what I did, and then now I'm very influenced by, like, dark pop, so I would say, like, 2020 end of 2022, I met one of my other producers, Gavin, and, he really liked dark pop, and I was like, "Oh, like, that's cool, that's like Britney Spears, Lana Del
Oh,
Rey, like, that kinda stuff," and I was like and then we just, like, love making it together. So now I work with, like, a few different producers. I have Daryush, who's, like, my indie pop producer, Gavin, who's my, like, dark pop producer, and my friend Henry's, like, my dark pop, but also, like, house producer. So it's like I'm kinda doing
oh.
that all now, but I'm really interested in, like, the dark pop kind
I
of thing right now.
I love dark pop. It's one thing I absolutely like. If I'm in a mood that I just wanna go, like, completely genre weird bending thing, then I'll just
Yeah.
listen to dark pop artists. Like, I listen to a lot of Banks. There's another girl named what is it? Darcy? There's a girl named Darcy. There's a bunch of weird dark it's a weird genre to go into and
It
but
really is,
yeah.
and it's also kind of a hard genre to go into because
Yeah.
it's like I feel like it's it's just there's not a lot of, like, support from, like, the music world on it, weirdly, because it, like, has done so well, like, you have Britney and Lana, but, like, I don't know, it's just really hard to kind of, like I don't know, like, there's not many, like, playlists on different streaming
Oh,
platforms that even have a dark pop like, there's, I think, like, 1 on Spotify, so it's, like, a lot of competition, but, I mean, this whole industry is competition, so, yeah.
it's weird. It's a weird industry and it's ever more growing. That's the thing. Like once you get yourself stand out, that's when you shoot up and go
Exactly,
insane.
that's the plan for this year.
Nice. If you could pick any song on the internet that you wish you got to make, what would it be?
Oh, Kill Bill by SZA, like, 100 and it's funny, like, I didn't used to answer that question that
Yeah.
fast, but, I just, like it's just that should have been my song, like, I love it, and
Really?
it's just, like, I feel like like, should have written it, like, I was like, "How did I not" like, I don't know, I just love it, I
Hmm.
love it so much, and I just, like, really wish I wrote it, it's my favorite song to sing, I just love it so much, honestly.
What's your favorite part in the song then? That makes you like, yo,
I
I
don't
wish I made
know.
this.
It's weird because it's like I never thought, like, like, I might kill my ex, like, it's not like I don't take it, like, literally, you know what I mean? But it's like I don't know, I love the, like, lyrics, I
Mhm.
love the structure, I don't know, I don't have like, I don't even think I have a favorite part, I just really like it, and I also, like I had a really, really bad year in, like, 2022. I say really bad, I'm, like, being dramatic, but, like, I didn't like that year, like, it was just, like I was, like, very stressed, like, emotionally and mentally all the time, and I love cruises. This is, like, so random, but I love cruises. They're, like, so fun. They're my favorite thing to do. It's, like, my break from reality for, like, a week
Aw.
once every year or something. But, I had a really good cruise. Like, I just had the best time, and after that, like, really just shitty year, like, I went on this cruise, and I think I discovered Kill Bill at the same time, and I was just listening to it over and over. Now, every time I listen to that song, I also think of, like, how happy I was, and it's, like it's weird. It just, like, I really like that song. I like it.
What did the cruise do to you? It's just like, hey, let's give you an ex breakup song on
Well,
this.
so
Let's
it's funny
go.
because one of my best friends, her name is Kara, she's a, well, I'd also kind of, like, low-key gotten out of a relationship, like
Okay.
yeah, but then also my really good friend Kara, we met on TikTok actually in 2020, she's a musician too, Kara Page, and, we actually met for the first time on this cruise, so, like, I
Oh,
met up with her family, my parents were like, "Yeah, just as long as you think she's, like, a safe person," and we, like, met for the first time and just, like, I had lost a lot of friends that year as well, or, like, during COVID, it was just like, "Oh my god, like, this is, like, my soul friend," and,
yeah.
like, it was just, like, a really good, like, era, December 2022, I really liked it, I had a good time.
Honestly, after COVID, it started picking up like good years, I feel like, for a lot of
It
people.
really did, and also, like, I turned 21 during the pandemic, and, like,
Mm,
I never really was a partier, like, I'm an only child, I don't have older siblings that, like, got bought me alcohol and stuff, it's not my parents were, like, against it or anything, I just, like, never was the kind of person to, like, drink, and, I was still living at home because like, COVID 2020 really messed a lot of things up, and, like, I turned 21 in 2021, and 2022 was the first time I actually went out and, like, drank and partied, and, like, it was on this cruise, and it was like, I made a really
oh,
good group of friends, and it was just wow, like, this makes up for, like, that year I had, so
yeah, I
but I don't
was
know,
same.
I just listened to it a lot, and I was like, "Yeah," like, I don't know.
Oh, I was the same boat as you. Like, I could not go out drinking or anything. I'm the same age as you. So literally 2020, it was 20, 21, 21. That I'm like, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
2000 crew, we love it. But yeah,
Yeah, and
it
I was like I
sucks.
remember being, like, so sad about, like, this breakup, and it's just, like, I just listened to the song over and over, and, like, while I was getting ready in the morning, I'm like, "I'm gonna go to, like, a new country today, and I'm gonna, like, party tonight." I don't know, it was just a really good time, and, like, I just really love this song, and I was just like, "I really wish I wrote this," like
Speaking of songs that you wrote, though, I heard in the grapevine, i.e., Jamie Lee Curtis announced on Instagram releasing about a sequel to Freaky Friday movie with Lindsay Lohan and use your cover of Freaky Friday.
I know, it was a cover of, a song called "Take Me Away" from
Okay.
Freaky Friday, and, like, I was just like, "What?" Like
I know, right?
yeah, I just was like, "Huh?" like, don't know I don't know why that happened because I noticed that there's a few other people who have actually released a cover of it, and, like, she used another groups, I don't know their name, on that
Mhm.
one, but then she used mine for, like, the announcement where she, like, confirmed the movie was happening, so a lot of people were, like, reposting it. So that's really cool, and, like, I really hope that I can somehow be a part of the movie, that'd be really awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know who to talk to about that if anyone's listening here who,
Yeah,
works on the movie,
get her
yeah.
get her on the movie, perform this.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was wondering, like, how did that happen? Like, did you get, like, any call or anything? I guess not an email or
no,
anything.
'cause it doesn't count as a sync because it's literally just, like, an Instagram post, like,
Yeah.
just how, like, you would use a song like, maybe I'll get, like, a few pennies from Instagram, like, if it I don't even know, like,
I don't know how it works for Instagram for money-wise, because I don't think a lot of artists know how that works either,
no,
right?
and myself included, it's funny because
Mhm.
like, I have on my to-do list to, like, put, like, my, like, info to, like, withdraw on Instagram because I was like, "Oh, like, I have a
Oh,
balance on here," but it's
oh,
not even that much, and it's like, I don't even it's
yeah.
weird, like, I don't even know what it's from, and I was like, "Okay," like,
Maybe it's from the song.
yeah, maybe,
Maybe.
yeah,
Hey, you're yeah, it can happen. It can happen.
okay, yeah.
Um, New music though.
Yeah.
Just recently released 2 singles, Want Me and You Ruined LA. How was it like making both of those singles?
It was good. I've made all of them with, my friend Gavin,
Yeah.
who I met, like, towards the end of 2022, and they're all, like, dark pop, and, like, I was releasing a song every month, so before You Were in LA, there was Happy For You, and I've just been trying to release a song every month this year, but I'm actually skipping April, which I'm
Oh,
kind of, like, bummed out about, but, my distributor told me it might be better to, like, wait an extra month just from what they know on their back end, so I was like, "Okay," like, I trust you guys, so
yeah,
yeah, that's all
that's
I
fair.
know. I kinda wish because now I can't say I'm releasing a song every month, but, like, I almost feel like, because I prefer, like I've been doing waterfall releases. I don't know if you're familiar with what that is, but it's just, like, releasing a song, like, each month or periodically and then, like, putting it on a project, like, releasing the last song and then combining it all in a project. Because, like, on, like, Spotify and Apple Music and, like, most places, when you release, like, an album, you could only, like, pitch 1 to be playlisted.
Yeah.
If you release, like, 1 at a time, you can, like, pitch more and stuff, but there's just, like, a lot of competition, and, like, at first it was going well, but, like, now I'm kind of,
Mhm.
in a way, glad, I guess, I'm waiting to release in April or, like, not to release in April just because, like, I feel like I'm almost, like, oversaturating people with content. I feel like I have to, like, leave people wanting a little bit more, so maybe it's good. I just love releasing music, you know?
No,
So
you're right. I feel like I wish it went back to the like not older, but like maybe like a couple years ago where it was album releases and EPs, but now it's the last like year or two, everyone's like pushing, yeah, single, 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 and like
no,
get as
I
much
I am
content,
with it. Yeah, I really wish I could just release
right?
projects. Like, my dream is to just be like Olivia Rodrigo, and it's like, I wish I coulda just had, like, you know, 1 song blow up, and then, like,
Mm,
boom, I release an album every year. Like,
yeah,
I love that. I have enough songs to do that too, but it's like, I just, like, no, I cannot do that
yeah.
because I just don't have enough of a, like, listening base yet to do that.
Mm,
It's and it sucks, but, like, one day,
one
hopefully
day
soon.
it'll happen.
Yeah,
You're getting to the point where it's just like you're almost there. I feel like that you can do that. I feel like
yeah.
you're so close that it's just like, hey, okay, let's start this EP. Okay, drop this, and then picks up momentum. Album. Here we go.
Yeah, but it's
Single
it's
album.
crazy because it makes, like, such a difference, like, my
Right?
song "Happy for You," like, just, like, using Spotify as an example, it's like my song "Happy for You" got on 2 Spotify playlists, and it got 100 it's at 100,000 streams, and it was released, like, 3 months ago, but then it's like my song "Want Me" that I just released didn't get playlisted at all, and I think it's because I just released so much in a row, and it's at 2,000 streams, and it's like, I know I can do better, and I'm trying not to let, like, and if anyone's listening who, like, gets stressed out by, like, stream numbers, it's like, is just really, like, about, like, you know, what hits and what doesn't, and so it's like, but I think about it, and it's like, what if I had released it as an album and only pitched "Want Me"? It's like I would've been screwed, you know
You
what
would
I
have been
mean?
really
So it's
screwed. It's
yeah. So it really
jeez.
just depends. It really just depends on yeah.
Do you have long studio sessions for like music that you write or no?
I do, I'm actually going today to the studio right after this, I'm very excited, but I try to go, like, once a week, and if not, I definitely go, like, every other week. I mainly work with, like, 2 producers, maybe 3, and, like, we're there probably, like, all day or, like, half days. Like, today I'm
Yeah.
going from, like, 2:30 to, like, 7, driving
Yeah.
home and then going live, so it's
Oh
like
wow. So like
yeah,
you're busy. You're going,
all day,
going, going.
yeah. I was talking to, like, my friends about it yesterday, like, kind of, like, throwing away my social life, like, I say friends, I talked to 1 friend about it because like, I barely have friends anymore because it's, like, all I do is this now, which is, like, you know, I love it, but it's also, like, I've given up my entire social life for this, so I really hope it
No,
works.
you gotta have time.
Yeah.
Like I'm a photographer and I don't go out. Like legit, I only go and do the shoot or do my thing, and then that's about it. You need to have a social life.
You
Yeah.
really do, but it's also hard because in LA, like, it's very cutthroat and it's very hard to, like, make friends. That's something that I've, like, learned. What really sucks is, like, a lot of the friends that I've been, like, drawn to and that have made are, like, very, like, driven and hardworking like me, and they've all moved away, like, to go pursue their, like, dreams, and it's
Yeah.
like, "Okay, like, go off," but, like, I don't have friends now, you know, so
You
yeah.
need to get friends, but
I
also
know.
I'm with you. LA is like I've been to LA so darn much, but it's so darn big. It's too
It's
big.
huge and it's hard to, like, get into LA, that's the thing too, it's like I was born and raised here, so I live a little bit outside of LA,
Mhm.
but, you know, a lot of the people that I meet are, like, deep in LA, and it's like, as much as I'd love to hang out with someone, I do not wanna drive an hour and a half for, like, one dinner that's, like, really overpriced, like, in the city, and then drive back, you know? But then it's crazy because I actually just came back from Nashville, right? And, I just, like, I performed at an open mic and, like, made a new friend there, and then my friend who I hadn't seen in a while picked me up, we had, like, the greatest night with, like, bowling and music bingo, and it's like, why don't they have this here? It's like, I would have so many friends if they actually had, like, music-oriented events and places to hang out, and, like, maybe they do in LA, but it's like, for most of my experiences, the people I've met, it's like, "Oh my gosh, like, it's so nice to meet you." It's like, "Let's get coffee, yeah, for sure, like, I'm actually really busy right now, like, working on this, name drop," and it's like, I just wanna, like I don't know, it's not like that in other places, I feel like it's very hard to make friends here.
Dang.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, it's weird. LA culture is just like, yeah, they just want to say, "Oh yeah, let's make friends," and then they don't actually go out and make friends. It's weird. It's a strange culture
Exactly,
that I
and
don't
it feels
know.
like even, like I mean, not like I do have some musician friends here, but even, like,
Mhm.
few, and it's like some I've tried to become friends with, it's like, I feel like I'm always competing with them, like, it's,
Yeah.
like, very hard for me to, like, let people just, like, keep name dropping, and it's like, "Oh, like, tomorrow I'm going to the studio and I'm working with this person," and it's like, I just wanna hang out, like, I don't wanna hear about it, you
Yeah.
know, not something that's, like, really
We're
I don't
on a different level. We're on a different atmosphere, I feel like, for a lot of people. I don't know.
yeah,
It's a
it's
strange
very
one.
frustrating, but I'm very good friends with my producers, that's
Good.
something that's, like, fun, but
Nice.
yeah.
Oh. You have a new song coming out in May, which you told me about. It's
Yes, habits.
Habits. Tell me about it. What's the meaning behind it? Everything. Tell me.
The main line of the song, 'cause when people ask me this, I'm kinda just saying, like, the main line, the hook is, like, "I've had a lot of habits, but baby, you're the worst one." And it's just, like, I just like being addicted to a person, basically. It's about just not being able to, like, let a person go and just being so addicted to them that it's just, like,
Is this about the
unhealthy,
ex?
but you kinda love it.
This is about the ex?
I can't say. I don't
Okay,
say what my songs are
okay, we're
about.
good, we're good, we're good.
Yeah.
That's fine, that's fine.
Yeah.
And you have an EP that's coming out, right?
Yes, it's called Crazy Baby, and I don't know when it's gonna be released yet because I thought it was gonna be released in May, but now that the schedule's kind of been, like, shifted around a little bit, I honestly have no idea.
Hey, that's music, you know?
Yeah.
Music switches every so often.
Yes. Yes, and like, this is Crazy Baby, like, I love Habits, it's one of my favorite songs
Yeah.
I've done, and, like, a lot of people I've shown have actually been like, "This is, like, my favorite song you've done, like, this is the one that's, like, going viral," and it's like, fingers crossed, but I really hope that's the case. But, with Crazy Baby, it's one of my favorite songs that I've ever written, like, I'm so excited. I'm actually finishing it today, which I'm very excited about, so
Oh,
I'm kinda relieved that the release date was pushed back because I would've been a little bit screwed, like, I hate rushing, and so, like, we're all coming to the studio today and, like, finishing that song, and I really love that song. I just, like, really hope that, like,
it
the
picks
right
up.
people see it, 'cause it's, like, it's one of those songs where it's, like, I love all my songs, but there's some songs where it's, like, it would really be a shame if nobody heard this or didn't get in
Yeah.
front of people, you know what I mean? Like, so it's yeah.
Do you hope that you get on a label? I guess, like you're saying, you hope that people see it. Do you think you
I
hope that
don't
you'll get on
even,
that?
like at this point, I don't even care 'cause it's, like, I feel like I've gotten so good at the music business, like, I've gone this long without getting screwed over, which is pretty rare. I had some really good mentors in college that helped me, you know what I
Uh-huh.
mean? Like and I just, like I don't care at this point. Some people are like, "Oh, no, like, labels are awful." It's like, if they got me a good deal and I could
Yeah.
get out of it in a few years or something, like, hell yeah, why not? Like, I don't care. Like, I'm not I'm, like, super, like, I'm independent right now, but, like, literally, I've done this all by myself. Like, I don't even have a manager. Like, nobody, like, helps me. You know what I have, like, like, a few people that are, like, helping with consulting or, like, maybe, like, I'll pay someone to, like, help me get, like, articles and stuff, but, like, every kind of, like, thing that I do is kinda just, like, on my own or I'm in the one I'm in, like, the controlling booth, like, telling people, like, what I need them to do for me kinda, but it's like I don't have someone, like, managing me or helping me, and it's
Yeah.
never like, I've just never attracted a manager. I've never, like,
Mm.
met the right person, and it's like, I think that, like, you know, it's get cool to do it independent, but, like, I'm totally willing to give up a percentage of my music. Some people are like, "Oh, no, I could never," but it's like,
Right.
if I know that they can get my music out there and, like, they can just put a team
Yeah.
around me, like, I'm so okay with that because I know ultimately I'll be making more and, like,
Yeah.
I'll get my music out there to more people. Like, I don't care if I'm, like, making less. I want to, like, get it out there at this point, like
I think a lot of independent musicians don't realize that they're so scared about all the stuff that you hear about labels and just the contracts and everything. But I feel like
yeah.
now there's people realizing, hey, you just want your music out there. That's the main thing, right? And I feel like that's
Exactly,
the
and, like,
main thing.
this is the thing too, it's like a lot of people will, like, just go viral and then, like, the
Mhm.
label will sign them on TikTok, and then they'll
Yeah.
get dropped by the label because they don't know what they're doing or they just, like, didn't prepare, and it's like, I am so prepared. Like, if anything happened, it's like that's, like I feel like I just know what to do. Like, if I went viral, it's like I would know how to handle it, and it's like I have this, like, big live stream following, and it's like I would just start live streaming even more. Like, people like, no one's ever done that who's, like, gone viral on TikTok, and it's like I feel like that would you know what I mean? And, like, I would have songs ready to go. Like, if I went viral, like, tomorrow, it's like, I would just tell my producers, "Hey, like, I'm getting us all in the room. I'll pay you guys for the week. Let's get an album done, release it." You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't just be like, "What do I do?" Like, now that I'm like, no, like, I'm ready. Like, I've thought about this a lot. You know what I mean?
You're
So
just ready. It just hits that button tomorrow. Boom. You're going to
yeah,
drop
no,
an
like,
album.
I am ready. It's like 'cause I feel like a lot of people don't prepare for that, or they're just like, "Oh, they release a song," and then it's like, "What should I do next?" It's like, no, like,
Work on the
I'm
project.
ready.
That's the main
Yeah.
thing. Like the big project that sets you off. Like I feel like a lot of artists are like, okay, let's get this hit song. Let's drop this hit song. All right, then what do we do now? It's like, okay, then gotta work on
Yeah,
this project.
exactly, so
Nice. Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. So you're very much a workhorse with the studio, you would say.
Very, very much so,
Yeah.
yes.
Like how many hours do you put in for a studio, you say, like every single time?
I wanna say, like, 7, maybe 8. Sometimes I've done longer sessions. It really just, like,
Mhm.
depends. I'm just spending a lot of time, like, doing TikTok live, and then I spend, like, a big portion of my day, like, just doing business emails, business meeting, like, interviews or, like, stuff like that, but, I really would like to do more, and it's really frustrating because I have to do all the business stuff pretty
Yeah.
much by myself, like, it it
It
really
gets a
takes
lot.
away from, like, the creative side, because like, I would love to be in the studio every day, but it's also very hard for me to find producers that I like working with, not to say that I disliked working with other producers, it's just, like, there's producers I've worked with, like, once, but it's, like, I feel like the ones that I'm, like, putting out a song with, it's, like, I click with them, and we work
Mhm.
very, very well together, and it's, like, that's kinda the vibe I like, because I've had some really bad experiences in studios before, so it's very hard for me to, like, be open to working with new people, but I'm, like, working on it, because then I can get in the studio more, and there's, like,
Yeah.
more opportunity to make more songs, so.
Oh, I get that. I get that. Who's some artists that you want to work with in the future that you'll be like, yo, I love to work on a song with you?
Yes, so it's funny, I've actually been, like there's this new I don't wanna say new artist because 'cause he's been around for, like, a while, but his name's Artemis. He just, like, released that song, like, "I love the way you kiss me, I can tell you miss me,
Oh,
da da"
that
it's, like, blowing up.
guy.
Have you heard of it?
I've
It's, like
heard of it a little bit, but
yeah, it,
not
like, just
crazy
came
about
out
it.
on TikTok, and I was like, "I need to work with him." So that's one, and then I also really like Tyler, the Creator, like, that's my dream collab, like, my favorite song, I think, of all time is "After the Storm" by, Tyler and Kali Uchis, if you've heard of that one,
Mm.
and, like, I really just wanna do a song like that with Tyler where it's, like, me singing and then he's, like, rapping, yeah, and then I feel like that would be a really cool collab. I'd also love to collaborate with Lana. Those are, like, my, I think, 3. I don't wanna say favorite artists because there's so many I love, but, like, yeah, Tyler,
Mhm.
Lana, and then Artemis, who I just, like, found, like, this week. I was like, "Oh my god," like
There's so many artists I love to just chat with. Like, there's one specific artist that made me do this podcast, and that's Billie Eilish. Would love to just chat with her because she's
Oh, that'd be so cool.
so different when it comes to like anything that you hear from like radio shows or just interviews. She changes it up always, and that's one thing I absolutely love.
I
Even
love
talking to her.
that. I
Yeah,
really do. I also, like it would be so cool to collab with Billy, but I don't even think she does that many, like, collabs. That's why,
mhm.
like, I've been naming people that,
Yeah.
like, collab, but that'd be, like, sick.
Yeah, that's one thing. It's just like when you get that collab, it's just like, oh wait, Billie Eilish really likes you. Then it's like, okay, cool, cool,
No, exactly, yeah, like, Billy, it'd be so cool to work with Phineas. I just wanna, like, watch him
right?
produce, like, I don't even, like, know how to
I
produce
just want
very
to
well.
see this guy's brain. Like, how does he work? How does he make the stuff that he
Mhm.
makes? Right? Like, it's insane what those two can do together.
No, exactly. I wish I had, like, a sibling that could do that. I would love that.
Just adopt a sibling. There you go. Then you're
Yeah,
fine.
literally, yeah.
Yeah. Your birthday's coming up. I was
Yes,
told it's in late
4/20,
April. What
yeah.
what are you doing for your birthday? Are you partying? I guess.
It's funny because, like, I think I'm gonna have, like, a small birthday party and, like, I
What?
invited people, but I have no idea what I'm doing yet. They're like, "Okay, we'll be there," and I'm so bad at planning, it stresses me out. Like, I love my birthday, I love, like, celebrating stuff, but I'm
Mhm.
just, like, so busy and, I was actually supposed to go, like, to London this month, but that got canceled, and now I'm like, "Oh, like, what do I do now?" So
We're gonna go
yeah.
to London. What? What was the reasoning for
Yeah,
London?
I was in this, like, competition with TikTok, and, like, I thought I was gonna, like, get through, but I ended up not, and I,
Oh,
like, kind of got my hopes up, and I guess I shouldn't have, like, planned for it as much as I did, but I was like, "I can do this, like, this is achievable,
yeah.
like, we can win this," because there were, like, multiple winners, and then I didn't. I was like, "Oh," and I found out, like, 2 days ago, so I'm like, That ruined my April." So I'm, like, trying to figure out, like, because I literally was so embarrassing, I, like, told all my friends, I'm like, "I'm gonna be in London, like, I can't wait to see you." Like, my best friend lives there, I haven't seen in so long, and I'm just like, I could still go, but it's like, I feel like I should just wait. Like, everything happens for a reason. I feel like that's the universe telling me, like, "Don't go
Yeah,
to London yet." You know what I
that's fair.
mean? So, I don't know, I'd love to do something. I just don't know. I don't know if you what did you do? Are you 24 yet? You
I,
said you
I'm
like, you just
24. Yeah, I turned 24 in January. So
what'd you do for your birthday? Got any ideas? I'm really I just don't know,
I,
like
I didn't do anything special on my birthday. I wanted to go out on my birthday, but I stayed in because literally I had to actually take care of some family because my family actually went to Mexico. So I had to
uh,
take care of extended family, so I couldn't go out or do anything. But
oh, that's
other than
annoying.
that, it is what it is. But I hope usually what I like to do, just because I'm from Canada, go someplace hot, and it's also January, so it's cold. So for
Yeah,
you,
I'd
it's
love to go
nice.
on, like, a trip somewhere, but I just don't really, like,
Yep.
have friends in the area, and it's like, I wish that, when my music blows up, it's like, I can't wait to just, take my friends places and,
Yeah.
but I, can't afford that right now. It's like
Yeah.
making music, it's like even dinner is hard because I feel even I don't know if you feel this, but this is something that, like, literally no one talks about, and I don't know why, because I don't even think that's that embarrassing, but it's like, I'd love to, go to, a fun restaurant for my birthday, but it's like, I don't wanna make my friends pay for it, but, I
Yeah.
can't pay for them because it's like I so it's like, what I feel like I just don't know, you know what I
It's
mean? Like, I'd love to
expensive.
do that,
It's
but
expensive right now. Is your birthday like during the week or is it on the weekend?
it's
Sure.
on a weekend,
I
it's
wish I
literally a
knew.
420 on a
Oh, it's
Saturday this
420.
year.
Oh, you're gonna have
Yeah,
fun.
I don't do that kinda
That's
stuff
fine.
though,
That's
but
fine. That's fine.
I just don't like, I just and it's so, like I just, like, wanna, like this I don't know, I see, like, people, like, singers, taking their friends out for their birthday, like, a
Yeah.
restaurant sponsors their birthday, and it's like, that would be cool, like,
No,
but
one thing I absolutely love about California, and this is what you could do, and either do the train or just drive down. Go to San Diego. They have so much fun clubs and stuff that you could do, but
I'm
also, yeah.
not it's weird, I feel like I'm gonna, like I don't know, I'm not the biggest beach person, like, I like the
Well, it's
beach.
not the beach. You could just go to like some club or bar or something. That's one thing San Diego has for it is that, and then LA has it, but it's just like, I
Yeah,
don't
I'm
know.
kinda thinking, like, weekend trip could be cool too, I
Yeah,
don't know. I'm like yeah, I do like the snow too, I think there's still snow in California right now. I know, that's a bit crazy for you to hear, but,
I
like,
like the
Mam
snow. You're weird. Okay,
they have Mammoth, like, it's like I
sure.
love the, like, log cabin vibe, I love the snow, but just for a few days, like, I can't do it
Weekend
for
trip. Do like a little like thing with friends. Go out in a cabin or just do an acoustic thing. I don't know.
yeah, no, I really that's something I've definitely it's good ideas we're brainstorming right now,
We're,
I'll
we're,
definitely,
we're
yeah,
brainstorming the birthday. I don't know. Just you're not a beach person, so then. Well,
really.
I don't know what else is like something that you would like to do. What I guess you don't go out much, so that's the real
I
question too.
don't,
So
yeah, like, I'm not a big club person,
yeah,
not a big, like, bar goer, like, I don't really like drinking. I like maybe, like, a board game night or
board
something,
games.
but
Okay. Go
yeah,
go
I
to
don't
the
know.
zoo. I don't know. That's all I could say at
Yeah,
that point.
zoo's cool too, yeah, I don't know. We'll
Yeah,
we'll see,
we'll
I don't
see.
even know. I wish there were, like, I don't know, like, something cool, like, something inexpensive, like a pottery place, but, like, not, like, crazy outrageous
Now
overpriced.
just go back to Nashville. There you go. You can do
I
that.
know, literally, yeah, it's so annoying. Like, I remember, like, because I asked my friend, I'm like, the friend that I made at the open mic, and then my friend Keely, I was like,
Mhm.
"So you guys do this, like, every week?" And they're like, "Yeah." And
Yeah,
I was
Nashville's insane.
like, "Oh, yeah." Like, they had a bowling alley there that was, like, totally, like, intact, like, pristine from the '70s, and it was just like, I'd have my birthday party they have music bingo every night with free prizes. It's like, I'm not in the right place for this, and it's like, I wish I could have my birthday party there. Like, it was so fun, like, I had the best time, and it's like, this week they're having an ABBA, like, '80s disco, like
That's it. We're
yeah,
moving to
no,
Nashville. That's it. We're
yeah,
moving. We're
I know,
moving.
that's what I wanna do for my birthday, but I can't, so it's fine.
Speaking of Nashville, you just performed there. How was it?
Mhm. It was cool, I performed at the Bluebird Cafe for the first time, which was really
Mhm.
cool. It's like a big thing there.
Mhm.
And then I also did a little performance, like a little restaurant, which was awesome. And then I, did the ukulele.
Yeah.
I'm like a official Anakai artist
Yeah.
now, so I did some
Sponsorship.
performances for them too, which
Nice.
was
How
really
did that came to be? Like, you're like, did you reach out to them or like, did they
yeah,
reach out
I
to you?
actually just like met the one of the people who's very high up at the company at NAMM,
Oh,
which is like a guitar festival or not guitar convention in LA. Have you heard of it in Orange County?
no, no, I've never heard of that.
Yeah, NAMM. I met them at NAMM and we talked and yeah, the rest was history.
Rest is history. Damn.
Mhm.
How was it like getting to perform at one of the, like a big venue like that in Nashville, I guess, right?
It was really cool, yeah, it's kinda crazy because it's like it's an open mic, but then it's such a famous venue that it,
Mm.
like, just feels so much cooler, and
Yeah.
then it's crazy because people are actually camping out all day
What?
to go there, and it's such a crazy thing to me because it's not that, like, I wouldn't if I thought, like, a venue was really cool, but it's just, like, you have no idea who's gonna perform there,
Oh,
they might not be singers and they could still and you just camped out all day to watch them, you know what I mean? Everyone was really good that night that I
oh.
went, but, like, there's no audition process for the open mic, and people had chairs, like lawn chairs that they just brought there, the folding ones, camped out all day, like, for hours to get a good spot, but it's crazy because it's like, as a musician, we just get to go in and we got, like, the best seats, which is crazy to me, so,
That's cool. I've never known about that actually, about that. That's neat
Yeah,
and
they have an open
cool.
mic every Monday, and it literally, not sells out because it's free, but, it's one of those things where you have to go on their website and, register, and you have, literally 30 seconds at, 11 AM on, this specific day to, press it and really quickly fill out your info, and then you can yeah, it's
Oh,
very
it's
yeah.
like Ticketmaster trying to get tickets. Like,
No, it
jeez.
it really is. That kinda stuff, stresses me out to the core. I really I, like ugh, but I loved it. It was really fun, and I'd do it again.
That's what you should do for your birthday. I'm kidding.
No.
No, too much, too much, too much.
If I lived in Nashville, honestly, I would, that'd be super fun. Last year, actually, I did a show on my birthday, like, full band
Oh, really?
concert, like, 100 people was my first, like, sold out show, but,
Ooh.
like, just to organize that, to put that on, like, never again. Like, unless someone's doing it for me, because I have no booking agent, I had to book the venue. I had to organize rehearsals. I had to have the space to rehearse, I had to contact every band member, like, and there was always one that wasn't there because at the time, all my band members were, like, in college, and it's like, they're dudes in college. I love them, but, like, every time mom was like, "Oh, I can't. I have practice. I have this. I have" and, like, the stress. And so it
Stretch.
was really fun. I ended up having, like, the stomach flu, like, while I was performing. So, I really
Oh,
yeah, I don't wanna do that again until I have someone who can do it for me. And I also remember, like, what was I gonna say?
stomach
Uh,
flu.
stomach flu. What was I talking about? I also remember
Like,
just
perform.
it just wasn't as enjoyable as if someone
Yeah.
were to book it, and people always ask me like, "Oh, like, when are you gonna do another live show?" And it's like, "When someone books it for me."
Yeah, I
And
was
I
gonna ask you about that. Like, when's your
yeah.
next live show? Or are you planning to, or anything like that? I guess not.
Um, I like to, but honestly, a lot of people keep saying, like, "You should tour for another artist," and it's like, my TikTok live streams are, like, doing pretty great. I
Yeah.
kinda just wanna keep doing that until I build a fan base, eventually, sure, I'll open for someone, but it's like, I don't like doing small shows in the area because it's like, you maybe get 1 new Instagram follower, and it's, like, someone who doesn't use it or, like but whereas, like, TikTok, I'm getting so many, like, followers every day from live, it's like, there's just and then to bring everything to a gig, to go all the way out there, and it's like, I'm not, like, a germaphobe per se,
Mhm.
but it's go all the way out in LA, like, everyone's always sick, like, to get sick, to be out for 2 weeks then not performing, and it's like, I'd rather just stay at home and go live and, like,
Yeah. Well, you
yeah.
could try something with that with the TikTok live if you do want to perform. You could either show off. I've seen bands. This is one band I look up to a lot. And what is it? You no, they're from Germany. And what
Mhm.
they do is like live stream before the show off like the venue, show off that kind of stuff, or
I would,
do that.
but, like, it just doesn't do as well as, like, just
Yeah,
my normal setup, and then also just to bring all my equipment to LA. I
yeah.
don't have people that can help me, and then, like, if you pay someone to help you, it's like there
Hmm.
goes everything that you would've made that night anyways. I don't know,
Yeah.
I miss live performing, but I know I'll do it again one day, but for now, I'm just kinda, like,
Same here.
riding the TikTok wave, I guess.
Hey, if it's working, it's working. That's the main thing.
Exactly, yeah.
What's the first concert you ever went to?
It was Bruno Mars in 2012, which was really cool. Yeah, and I was with my mom, that was really fun. It was in Vegas, and he sounds so good live. But then yeah, my first concert I went to, like, with a friend, like, by myself was in high school, 2018, was actually Boy Pablo. Like, it was the year that they, like, blew
Mm,
up, they, like, came here for the first time, and that was really cool, it was really fun. And it's, like it's actually sad because like, now I don't really like concerts just because, like, I was in, like, a shooting scare, like, when I was, like, in 2019. Yeah, nothing it ended up just being some, like, stupid kids, like, breaking a window, but I ended up having to, like, hide in, like, a closet in Hot Topic with, like, 10 other people in a small room, like, with a bathroom in it, and we
yikes.
were on lockdown for, like, 4 hours, and, like, I kinda thought I was
Jesus.
gonna die, and, like, everything's good now, but I just kind of ever since then, I've been kinda traumatized from going to, like, big venues and stuff, like, so I'm not a big fan, like, but I'll still perform on stage, and it's like, I think the only times I think I would go to a concert now is if I knew the artist, and, like, I'll watch I still support my friends, and it's not like I
Mhm.
won't go, like, if it's, like, I don't know, like, a last minute thing and everyone wants me to go, I'll go, but I kinda just, like I haven't really been to a lot of concerts since then just 'cause I don't know, kind of
Yeah. Yeah,
um
it's weird. I've never experienced that, but that's I guess a thing that it's States is weird. I honestly I hate the States for having so much issues with gun violence and that, and it sucks.
Yeah, and then, like, the other thing too is just, like, I also just, like, get kinda anxious being around big crowds, like, it's
Yeah.
just I don't like a lot of strangers, like, being packed in like a sardine, like, I just
Mhm.
and it's weird 'cause a lot of musicians love concerts, but I'm just really not, like I love live music, I'm just really not into, like, the whole crowd thing, like, I don't like it at all.
Oh, I get that. I totally understand that where you're coming from and everything, so I get that. What do you,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, it's fine. What's the best piece of advice that you ever gotten while doing music so far, Lola?
I think this isn't really, like, music related, but, like,
Mhm.
everything happens for a reason, and, like, some of those reasons I still don't know yet,
Yeah.
but I feel like everything really does happen for a reason, so that's a big thing. So, like, even, like, this London thing, I'm like, "I'm not going," but everything happens for a reason, so we'll find out. next time what that reason is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you could talk to yourself from a year from now, what would you tell yourself?
Like, advice or wait, like, talk to myself in the
Yeah,
future?
talk to yourself in the future. Not advice, but just in general. What would you like to tell her in like a year?
Like, "I'm working really hard for you, I hope this paid off."
That's it? That's it? Okay. Okay.
I think so, I mean, like, I hope it's, like, big slay, like, congrats on where you are now, I guess. That's what I wish I could tell myself in the future, you know?
Do you think you've impacted someone's life at some point for your music or in your TikTok live streams or anything in
I
general?
do. It's kinda crazy to think about, but I love getting those messages and, like, I don't wanna share, like, what it is, like, but one of the,
Yeah.
like, biggest things that happened, it was, like, something really, like, horrible happened to one of my, like, listeners,
Mhm.
but, like, they were, like, listening they were, like, watching my they turned on my live stream while this really horrible thing was, like, kind of happening around them, and,
Yeah.
like, they were like, "It saved me," and I was like, "Whoa,"
Mhm.
like, you know, and it's just, like, stuff like that, and it's just, like I feel like a lot of people come to my live streams like, "You inspired me to write music," and it's like, I don't know how true all of it is, but I like to think that
Yeah.
it is, and that's really
It doesn't feel real sometimes. Like even then for myself, I do photography and everyone's like, I started photography because I'm like, this doesn't feel real. It doesn't,
yeah,
honestly.
that's
It's
crazy.
it's strange to think about. Like you made an impact on someone for doing something.
That's why I do it, yeah, I love
Exactly.
it.
You do it for the sake of loving it, right? That's your it's your passion, your
Oh,
love.
100%, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, describe yourself with one word. What would it be?
Driven.
Why driven?
I'm just very driven to get my music out there. I'm really, like, passionate about music, and I just, like, love it so much, and I just, like, want to just get it out there so
Yeah.
bad, and, like, some people are like, "Oh, you just wanna be, like, famous?" Like, it's like, no, like, I want my music to get out there, I wanna make an impact, like, more of an impact. I wanna,
Yeah.
like you know, like and it's, like, one big thing that I really wanna do when my music blows up is, like I was, like, honestly, if it wasn't for high school, like, just having all those resources to, like, create music, I would never have done it, and it's, like, I just can't imagine all the kids who, like, don't have a resource like that at school,
Yeah.
like and it's, like, how much like, you know what I mean? So, like, that's something I really wanna, like, do
That'd be
once
kind
I
of cool if you can help that in the future, like help kids that don't have a program or anything like that, like yourself
exactly,
have.
and it's like I would do it now, but I kinda just wanna like, like, I used to think it was, like, selfish, but it's like I need to focus on, like, myself and my music to,
Yeah.
like, kind of blow up, and then I can do all that stuff, but I can't do it until then, you know, so
Oh, it's gonna happen. It's just the momentum. Once you get there, then it's just like boom, we could do this stuff.
exactly,
And
yeah,
that's
like,
you just need the resources and it'll happen.
yes.
Yeah. Exactly. What how has your fans liked your new stuff and everything? How are they liking like your new sound, your new
They
style and everything?
they like it, some of them are like, "I miss the old stuff," but I
Yeah.
have some old stuff that I, like, am thinking of releasing soon,
Hmm.
but I think a lot of them like it. I think it's really good. I love it. I like it a lot more than my older stuff. Like, there's some songs, I love all my songs, like, I do, but there's, like, some that I like much more than others. Like, some people are like, "No, I can't. They're all my babies." It's like, no, because I feel like I'm, like, one of the like, not one of the few, but, like, I started in 2018, and it's like, I keep all my music up so you can kinda see how I've grown, where it's like
True.
some artists just appear out of nowhere, and, like, their first song blows up, and all of it's consistent, you know? But for me, it's like yeah, so
Keep it consistent, keep it there. See what you see your growth. That's
yeah, and
yeah.
I feel like my viewers have kind of grown with me too, or my listeners, and I feel like they like the new stuff. Like, I've gotten pretty positive feedback. Some of them are, like, definitely like, "I like the older stuff better," but I still, like, you know, perform the older stuff, and I have a lot of the older stuff, so it's like
Mhm.
yeah.
I like that. Cool. What
Yeah.
do you want the people to know about you? Shout yourself out.
That I just kinda do it all on my own, and I've, like, just would love for you to listen to
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. 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 You
Yeah,
got a new EP. It'll drop sometime.
sometime soon. Probably
Sometime
I'm
soon.
thinking, like, June or July.
That's fine.
Yeah.
How many songs on the EP is it?
It's just 5, so I'm just doing, like, the 4 and releasing 1 with it, and, like, I really wanna do more, so it's, like, more of a, like, big, like, "Woo," but I just really wanna just try and have every chance I can at getting it out there, and because, like, I do have a lot of, like, listeners, but, like, they're all busy, like, it's like, I feel like I have, like, some very hardcore listeners that are gonna listen to my music,
Yeah.
like, in all transparency, but, like, I feel like I'm not at the point where it's just, like, I have enough, like, really big fans to just be releasing, like, you know, extra like, I'm not at that point yet, and I know that, like,
Mhm.
and so I just wanna just I'll just, like, release Crazy Baby as the title track, and that'll be the song that comes out with the EP. But then, like, eventually, I just wanna release projects, like, no more singles, so people can enjoy it while they can, 'cause it won't last forever,
Exactly.
yeah.
We'll get to there at some point.
Yeah, so it'll just be 5 songs, and that'll be the 5th song that comes out with the project. 'Cause it's, like, it's cool, like, a lot of people who find me will find the project after it comes out, so for them, it's like it's a whole project, it's not even, you know what I mean? So it's not even, like, singles, which is
Hey,
cool.
maybe at that point that'll be albums. Maybe albums will be five songs at one
No,
point.
exactly, I just, like, I wanna do, like, a longer project, but I just feel like I just don't have the, like, viewer or listening base for that yet, but I definitely wanna get there, and, like, another thing too is, like, you know, if one of these songs on the EP, like, blows up, you know, it's like I could turn it into an album, like, I have enough songs that kind of go with it to do so it's kind of like
Mhm.
nothing's very, like,
Stem
you know,
zone.
yeah,
Stem zone. Yeah.
exactly.
Cool. Well, if there's anything else you want to tell everyone, this is your moment. Shout
Yeah,
yourself out.
I
Yeah.
guess check out my music, my Instagram and TikTok are music by Lola underscore,
Mhm.
and my artist name is all capital letters, LO space LA.
Yeah.